that's whenever like our hearts drop. Hi, my name is Tyler. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new, welcome. Today's video is going to be a story time about the time me and my sister made a Ouija board and we went to a graveyard and played it. And as you can tell, I made a new intro, and that's mostly because my old one, I didn't like the way it was made, and I had to put more thought into the new one. But without further ado, let's get into the video. So this was around a year ago, I think, somewhere around that time, and it was like 12 o'clock, I think, at night, and me and my sister were bored. She was 18 at the time, and I was still 15, about to be 16. Yeah, and we were bored, so we decided to make a homemade Ouija board, and we had got the back of like a notebook, like the brown cardboard back of it, and we got a marker and we made like a little homemade Ouija board, and we made the planchette and everything with it. And then after we made it, we looked up videos on how to like use it properly, like if we were supposed to have candles or anything, because it was the first time we ever used one. And we like looked everything up and we started to do it, and it wasn't really working, so we were just gonna throw it away. But then,
wait for it,
we had the greatest idea in the whole world. We had a graveyard. It was like down the road from our house. Well, it wasn't like down the road, it was like a mile away or 2 miles, I can't remember, but it takes like an hour to walk there. That's how far it is. And it was like 12:30 whenever we got done making it and like trying to use it, but it didn't work. And then we had looked up like how far it was and how to how far it was from our house and how long it would take us to walk there, because it was late. And after we got ready to leave and after we were walking out the door, it was 1 o'clock in the morning. Yes, 1 a.m. And we had to like tippy toe out, you know? And then after we left, we walked all the way there and we were kind of scared. And then once we were like halfway there, we like, our house is like right here, and then the graveyard was like down here, and between it, like right here, it was like our like little main part of our town where there was Walmart and restaurants and stuff. And it was around 1:30 because we were halfway there, and we had decided to take a break from walking, and we went inside Walmart and looked at some stuff, and we found some little cheap candles that were like in black, and there were some in white. We got 2 little black candles to kind of go with the like spooky effect, I guess. And then we checked out, and people were kind of giving us looks because we were 2 teenagers in Walmart at 1:30 in the morning. Like
crackheads.
But yeah, then we left and we started walking there, and on the way there, there was like this like little field thing. It was like a good size, not really big, and there was like this abandoned like RV truck there, but like there was like a bonfire beside it, and there was like this music playing, and it was like kind of creepy music. And then we like heard something in the woods. You probably think I'm making this up, but I'm not. But we heard something, and then we kind of like walked faster past it because it was freaking us out. And then at that point, we were at the graveyard, and we had started walking in, we were kind of afraid that there would be security guards or something guarding it, you know, but there wasn't. And then we found a good little spot to sit down and do it at. And then we had got the candles and the Ouija board and everything, and we sat it down. We were beside like this big, it was really big. It was like this tombstone thing, but it was like turned into like a big concrete cross, and we were like sitting in front of that, and we had laid it out on the ground. We lit the candles and we started by saying like, is anyone there with us? And nothing was really happening. And then right before we started to leave, like the planchette moved towards yes, and that's whenever like our hearts dropped, because it was the first time we ever had done stuff like that. We've never tried to contact ghosts or anything anytime before that. It was the first time. And of course, our first time, we broke one of the main rules, not to play it in a cemetery, but we were dumb. Yeah. And at that point, we were like shaking. And then we started to ask like, who is this, you know? And it was some random name, like I can't remember what it was, but it was just a random name. And we like asked for the age and stuff, and I think it was around like 30 or 35, and it was a boy. I'm pretty sure it was a while ago, but and then we were like asking it random questions like, how long have you been dead and stuff like that, or like, what's our name, to see if it was like a real ghost. And like it told us like stuff like, you're Tyler Reader or you're Mackenzie Reader and stuff like that. And then a little bit later, we were sitting there and we were about to say goodbye, and we started to move it in a circle with our fingers, and we were saying, can we say goodbye? And then it like our fingers stopped while we were trying to say goodbye, and it slowly moves towards the no.
What the fuck?
And then we were asking, why can't we leave? And it was saying, because it's not time yet. What do you mean? Like, it's not time yet? But we were saying, well, we would like to leave now. And then we started moving it towards the goodbye, and I swear to God, we got like chills up our body, and it stopped mid to like the goodbye, and it said, look behind you. Look behind you. And we like rushed it to goodbye, and we started to get our stuff together. And I don't know if it was because like I was just like really paranoid about it, or if I was just scared, but I swear I heard like, cause like it was like 10 or 15 feet away from us, it was like woods behind the cemetery, and I could have sworn I heard something in the woods like rustling or something, like something was walking or coming, like approaching us. And I asked my sister, did you hear that? And she was like, no, you're just being paranoid. And then that was nice. Excuse me. But we started getting our stuff ready and we left. And then on the way home, we were just really like freaked out and all. And we had like goosebumps the whole way there, because on the way back, since it was so late, and there was like the cemetery was right here, and then there was this long road before we got to like the part of town that was close to our house that was like all lit up, and the road was like pitch dark, and we were so afraid at the time that whenever we were walking, we like thought we heard things, because like we were walking on the sidewalk, you know, because there was like a main road where cars would drive, and Like, we were on the sidewalk right beside trees and stuff that was pitch dark. We didn't see anything that was in there, and it could have been animals or like a raccoon or something, but we heard things moving in the like trees and stuff, or in the woods. And we just started walking faster, and then around halfway we were in the part of town where Walmart and stuff is, and then we kind of like calmed down because we were like in a place where it was bright and there was people, you know, because we were freaked out. And then we were almost home, and whenever we got in, our luck, whenever we got in, we went to the back door, and we opened it, and our father was awake. And he was in the living room watching a movie at 2 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, 2 o'clock in the morning. And he was like, "What were y'all doing? Where have y'all been? I thought you were asleep." And we had the dumbest excuse you could ever think of. Ever. And guess what we said? We walked to the store to get some drinks. The store isn't open at 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm sorry, but young Tyler and Mackenzie, you were dumbasses. Seriously. And he was like, "What do you mean?" And we just kept making up excuses like we were thirsty, there was nothing here to drink really besides like soda, and we wanted some like snacks. And then we were in trouble, and he had told our grandma, and we just went to bed. And the next day we had decided before we went to bed that we were going to throw away the Ouija board because it would just freak us out and we didn't want to do it anymore. And then we started to go to sleep, and we could hear our father talking about how we were going to be in trouble and stuff, but we didn't end up getting in trouble, really. But then the next morning, we woke up and we looked in the trash to make sure that the Ouija board was still in there, because we've seen videos and stuff online of times where people would throw it away or burn it, and then the next day they would find it under their bed or something. And then we just decided to leave it in the trash. It was still there, thank God. And then we decided to go on with our lives, and that was pretty much the end of it. And of course, like in the future, we had tried it again, but it didn't really work anymore. And we just kind of like got rid of it and we forgot about it, really. But that night was really creepy and weird, and who knows what would have happened if we stayed, because like the top like couple rules of playing with a Ouija board is 1, don't play it alone, 2, don't play it in a graveyard.
And we did.
And like the third rule is like don't forget to say goodbye. And we broke like the second rule of not going to a graveyard. So who knows what would have happened if like something weird would have happened, you know? Because like I've seen videos where people do it and like they get possessed or something, but luckily we said goodbye in time and we got rid of it. This video was kind of not good because I'm still getting used to like recording and editing videos, but I hope that you guys like it. And I'm trying to be like more energetic and stuff in my videos, because some people say that I like looked shy and stuff in my old video, but I'm trying to be more energetic, more enthusiastic throughout my videos. But I hope you guys like this video. If you do, subscribe, like, and comment, and stay tuned for next week. Bye!